Okay, so this is the start of a new little vlog I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks. So this is our hot tub, nothing too special. As you can see, the gazebo is completely destroyed. We've got a new one here in the box. So yeah, a bit of a shame it's all destroyed, but we won't worry too much about that at the minute. We're worrying about the lazy spa for now. So as you can see, on 13 degrees, I've actually let the plug out already. Now you can see it is pretty disgusting down there. It's really slimy. Now I'm just going to twist this around a little bit so it doesn't keep blocking up. I don't know if you can see that, but it just stops it going back in the hole. I'm going to have to take the filters off, everything is going to have to be cleaned. As you can see, it's really scummy, but it's coming off quite well. So with the right stuff and a bit of elbow grease, it's going to be a horrible job, guys. But it's my little job when Julia and James are away, and then I can get this warming up over the first bank holiday weekend, and we'll be in this. So look at it now, and we'll see how Ralphie comes to get involved, and then we'll see what it looks like when we're done. We'll do it at different stages so you can see it all come together, but you can just see how mucky the filters are. Look at it. Oh, terrible. This is the worst it's been. The worst. Not looking forward to this one bit, guys, but it will be worth it in the end. Put that back on there. If I put it back on, it might go away. It ain't going away, guys. It's got to get done. It's got to get done. We've got free electricity from 8 till 4 on the Saturday of the bank holiday weekend, so I've got to get this all clean, and then once it's clean and get the water in it, then heat it up. That's the plan. Okay guys, so welcome back. I haven't actually started this properly yet, but what I'm trying is some different stuff to see what is gonna bring these marks out, these sort of residue edges, because at the minute they are, as you can see, pretty manky. Now I've got just a normal flash at the minute. Now I've put a bit there, as you can see. Now it's got sort of the residue out, but it's still leaving the mark, so I think I'm still going to have to look into it. Because as you can see, it's lifting sort of the grime, but it's leaving this sort of waterline mark, which isn't coming out. So I need to sort of look at that, and then of course we've got all this all the way round. So it might well be I need to get the foam stuff, maybe that might be a little bit better. I'm not going to do too much of this now because obviously I've got loads of time on that Friday, but I just wanted to see whether the flash was going to be any good, which it doesn't look brilliant, if I'm honest with you, for this sort of surface. So there's obviously got to be other stuff that we can get, so I'll have a play around and we'll be back shortly. So as you can see, guys, I've just done from where you can see here all the way around, sort of on the up pillars. Sort of I'm struggling a little bit with these watermarks sort of here with the stuff. Obviously maybe a bit more scrubbing, and maybe, as I say, get some foam or something, but you can see the difference. I'm just going to get the cloth, which is absolutely soaking now. But if you look here, the dirt, that's what it is here. The difference already is huge, I think. And obviously we've still got all this down here, but let's just forget about that for now. What we'll do is we'll work our way around the top of the ring, slowly but surely. Probably do it over a few nights. I'm quite lucky Julia's gone out tonight, and maybe I'll come out here for another sort of hour. I mean, if I really got stuck in, I could probably get this all scrubbed down tonight. I might even do that off camera, and I'll show you once we're done. But in fact, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do a bit more, and then I'll show you what we've got at the end of it. So just so you can see, guys, the difference of what I've done and what there still is to do, and it's like this all the way around. So I'm going to do all this tonight, the ring, and then what I'll probably do is I'll have to fill this back up and sort of clean all this. I might try and sweep out any crap that's in here and then fill it up a little bit, wash it again, let it all out, and then see what's left to do. So yeah, as I say, I'm not doing that tonight. I'm just going to scrub the inner ring and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I've gone all the way around the ring, the inner ring. As you can see, some areas are a lot better than others with the sort of water line. So I am going to look when I go to the shops at the weekend, see if I can get any sort of foam stuff, anything that might be a bit stronger than. Obviously, I mean, I thought the Flash was pretty good actually, but there's still some bits and pieces to work on, go round. But I think we'll agree what it was when we started it about half an hour or so ago is better. I've also sort of just gone round the floor. Obviously this is going to take a little bit of time to drain away. Obviously I'll see what it looks like once it's drained away, but it's going to need a few goes, I think, and maybe sort of a dustpan, scoop some of this horrible stuff out, because I generally don't think you're going to get all of it out, but obviously you don't want this much in there because it'll just pollute the water straight away, and I can shock the water, but this is a bit too much. So the next thing, as I say, will be at the weekend. I'll have a look for some foam. I've got the filters off already, as you can see, one there, one there, and I've cleaned a little bit of the inside of the ring so it doesn't sort of, no muck falls from the inside of the ring onto the tub as well. So I think we've had a pretty constructive sort of half hour, 40 minutes. Still much to do. So for now, cover's back on. I've actually made sure all of them are pegged up properly as much as possible, so no muck can get in there from what we've obviously been doing this evening. I might do the gazebo back up as well, but it's pretty covered up now. So yeah, until the next time we meet again, we'll see how we get on. Okay, so we have now got wetback hoover, so we're going to try and get this crap out, and then I can clean it again and see how we get on. So let's have a go, see how we get on. Doing the job, guys, doing the job. So now what I'm going to do is give it a clean, sort of by hand, and then I will show you what we do after that. Okay, so next stage, as you can probably see, I've now cleaned all in the tub. So now only these sort of marks here are just staining. Whether there's anything else I can do with that, I don't know. But the next stage is to vac out as much as we can. It's really important to get as much of this out, because obviously you don't want any of this mixing in when you fill it back up with water. Obviously, because it will just aggravate all the chemicals and what have you. So really important to get as much up as you can. So very slight hits there. We obviously got blocked up. Just the tank was full, so you can see just done that. Emptied it out and we're starting again. So I think we can safely say that it's probably as good as it's going to get in the inner ring, sorry, in the inner bowl. I'm going to try the vinegar on all this, see if it will do anything to lift that off. Hose it down again and I'll show you after. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we now have the water filling up. The main filter is on, and you can see it obviously pumping the water around. The important thing is, obviously the water is now moving. I have put some chemicals in the water, and I've also put some chemicals actually in the dispenser as well, some chlorine tablets in there, so they're dispensing away into the water, sort of helping to sort of clean the water, shock it. We just have to see how it goes. Obviously I've not turned the heat on. All this is doing is literally filling it up. We're very lucky here, not on a water meter. So I'm going to fill it right up. I'm going to see how it looks at the weekend. If it looks horrible, I'll drain it out again and we'll do it all again. Not necessarily the cleaning, because I don't think that would be necessary, but it's just obviously where the first lot of water's gone in. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously I'm going to leave it filling up for now. It'll be a bit quieter once the water covers up the second filter. And what have you, but yeah, it's a shame I can't get these watermarks out. I really don't know what else I can use on that. I've used this vinegar stuff that it suggested to, so that's a bit of a shame, but it's as clean as it can be. Obviously the cover, I'm going to be jet washing that. Obviously I've cleaned as much as I can clean so it doesn't drop crud into the water, which obviously is important. And we'll see how we go with that, but we'll come back out when this is a bit fuller and then we'll go from there. As you can see, guys, now it's sort of basically above the second filter. Obviously a lot quieter now, so I'm going to let it fill up to the original water lines, and then just going to monitor it at the weekend, see how we're getting on, and then we'll go from there. But you can see the water's looking pretty clear. I'm really happy with how it's looking. So we'll monitor that. We'll sort out these sides as well. I'll clean the top as well, probably at the weekend. Now it's getting on, time's getting on a bit now. But yeah, I'll bring you out here once it's filled up. Hopefully we'll have enough light still, and then we will call it a day for today. Okay, so we're now well over the marker for the water. So I'm going to leave it as it is, put the cover back on, clip it back up, so we make sure it is sealed as much as possible. As I said earlier on, we are going to see how this is at the weekend, and if it is doing well and not sort of fogging up or misting up, I think will be a green light, guys, to definitely turn the heat on over the bank holiday weekend. We've got the free electricity, but I'm really pleased with how it's gone. Still got to do this cover, as I said to you. I'm going to take this off at the weekend, jet wash it. But apart from that, I think we're pretty good in the hood, guys. I will update you at the weekend. Okay, so we are now the weekend before the bank holiday weekend. I have just noticed some bit of grubbiness obviously still around the top of the ring, so I'm going to deal with that. But you can see now the water is more or less at the maximum mark, so we're going to turn it off in a minute. It is on a bit of a slope, unfortunately. If you look this side, it's full of there, and I think that doesn't help with the maximum, unfortunately, but it's just the way the garden is. Can't do much about that. Failing getting something on that side to level it up a little bit. Maybe that's something we'll look at doing when it gets drained, but I'm quite happy with the water. The filter's doing its job. A few bits and pieces have gone in there since we've taken the cover off, but nothing major, so I'll get them out. But yeah, overall, very, very happy. And what we've also done, they look a bit mucky now. It didn't about 5 minutes ago, but we put this down as well, and this is just going to be, when we get out, somewhere dry to get out onto as well. So just something else we bought, just to sort of a little bit extra when we get out. So yeah, all going very, very well, all very, very pleased. Next time, I'm hoping you'll see it, I'll be in it. What I've also done, guys, for now, is shut the gazebo completely up. The purpose of just doing that is to stop any sort of crap getting in there as much as I can. Obviously you're not going to stop it completely, it's not airtight, and it's not dust proof, so stuff can still get in there. But I've covered the tub, I've shut it. This is as best as it's going to be. So yeah, I'm happy with what we've got done. We've also, I didn't show you, put the new gazebo size on as well. If you remember, they were all split to buggery. Just got to see how it goes, because I still think this is gonna tear, because of the way the plastic is folded in the bag. But we'll just have to see how this gets on during the year. So yeah, good progress. So this is just to finish the vlog off. As you can see, I am in the hot tub. It still needs a little bit of work, if I'm honest with you. It's still a little bit grubby around the top of the ring there, but it's more than usable, as you will see in a minute. So yeah, quite happy with how it's all turned out, more or less. Just a shame, obviously, just that little bit of sort of grime. And here we go, in full working order this weekend, which is the weekend of the 25th and 26th. It's supposed to be really, really warm, so